All right. Thank you so much for joining again.
Okay, you can go off video so that would help.
So that the network can gel well. Okay, good. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So, okay. So let me share my screen now. All right, so what I was trying to design, can you see that it's still here? Though there was interruption in the connection, but it's still here. Everything you do will be saved. So I just need to tap it. Okay, good. So, all right, let me quickly do something here. Something very quickly. So that those notifications will not be disturbing. Okay. All right. All right, good. So let's go straight to business. Yeah. Okay, so now we have Valentine's special discount, February 14th to March 14th, 2023, 50% off at real great site, order now. So we're going to do our own, okay? So now you can click on this. If anything you want to do at all, anything you want to edit, just click on that thing. This box will pop up and you can double click on it so that you can then type into it, okay? Your cursor will be there and you can delete one by one, okay? And then type in whatever you want to type, or you can come this way and just take out, the stuff. Take out this one. Okay, let me do undo. Look at this arrow at the top here to the left. If I tap it, it will undo anything that I've done. So you can tap on this. Now you can see about 3 things under it. Something like a pen, something like something like this plus thing, and 2 boxes, or rectangle if you like, and then something that looks like a basket. Okay, that basket means you delete. Okay, so if I press that basket, of course there are many other options, but we're not going there. So just concerned about this one. So the basket, you click it, it will disappear. When you click on special discount, you click the basket, it disappears. You click on this one. Now look at this. There are 2 things here. So let me click outside of it. Now, if you look at this, you think, oh, February 14 to March 14, 2023, and that white thing around it is one thing. No, they are not together. So let me show you. So when I click on that date, I can move it, and that white thing is still there. So there are 2 things there. So that white thing, then the date was now put inside that thing. Okay. So if I want to delete, I will have 2 things to delete. First the date, and then, so I'll delete this, then click on this also. I'll also delete it. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right. So let me go back there's something I need to show you. Let me go back. So I'll do undo until I get back. Undo. Yes, this is what we had there before, right? So I can know the size of my font, okay, by just clicking on it. If I click on Valentine, look down, you'll see edit, font, text style, font size, color, format, spacing, blah, blah, blah. So I'll tap on, font size. Now the font size of this Valentine is 157. Okay. Now there's a reason why I'm showing you, because by the time we are doing our own, we will not use all of these sizes. We would use our own size that we feel is good for us. Okay. So 157. So how about the what kind of font is it? So click on font. So you scroll up. Now the kind of font they use, look at this mark. There's a mark to the left. The name of the font is called Virtual. VIRTUAL, Virtual. There are many other fonts that you can use. If you click on, for example, Noto Sans Bayama, look at how it appeared. Noto Serif, look at how it brought up, what it brought up. If you click on Rodoni FLF, look at it. If you click on this, look at it. So it can give you anything at all, depending on what you leaks pattern, lectin. It can give you anything. It depends on what quicksand can give you anything you want, depending on what you want to go for. All right, so I just needed to show you that. Let me go back to virtual. Then I'll still delete it. Okay, so let's go to specials or discounts. The kind of font here is called Play Fair Display. All right, Play Fair Display, and the size is 80. We are going to change our own. We're not going to use 80. Okay, so I just felt I should show you that. All right, so you can do the same for this one, for this date also, and all of that. So let me delete now. I'll delete all this. I'll delete all this. And I'll delete this, and I'll delete this. Are we together? So we want to write Valentine special discount. That's what we want to write. So now you need to then try to put up text, for, so let's click test. You can see test after elements. Click test. Now you can see add a text box. You need a text box, so click add a text box. Now if you want heading, if you want what you want to do, if it's heading, of course it will be very big, and that's why add a heading is so big. The first one here, then the second add a subheading, then add a little bit of body text. All of that you learn that one later, but this time around add a text box. Now add a text box. This is what you got. Okay, so let's type Valentine. Always be there and give everything they could just to make you Valentine. All right, so let's move it. So all you need to do, if you want to move anything, just tap on that thing. Trying to click on this Valentine. Yeah, Valentine. So you can move it up here. Okay. Now we need to duplicate this Valentine. I mean, just because we need another text box for special and then discount. So click on this option in between the pen and the basket, the delete basket. So just click on that plus. You have doubled the Valentine. So here I click on that Valentine, then I write special. All right, so I click outside it, then I click on it again. I click this plus so that I can double it, and then I I move it. So for this third one, I'm going to write discount. discount. Good. So now we have Valentine's special discount, but of course, I mean, this is not the way we want it. So we need it to be a lot better. So this Valentine, let's change the the font style to, let's change the font style. So you can search here. Let's change it to rocks. Let's change. I hope you are still following.
Yes, sir.
All right. So now this is Roxborough CF. There's an arrow in front of it. Tap that arrow. So we want Roxborough CF bold. You want it bold. Now let's change the font size to now you can tap on this 23 and just write your font size. You can use like 53, or you can drag this this white ball. You can drag it. See, as I'm dragging it, can you see that the number is changing? Okay. Can you see that it's changing?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's drag it to 53. We need 53. And if you're not able to get exact, you just type inside this place. Just type 53 inside this place. Enter. Then you get your Valentine. Good. So let's move it up a bit. All right. Then special. Let's also use rocks for it. Let's use and then bold. And this time around, let's use like let's use 96. Okay, enter 96. Good. So let's take it up. And this discount, let's make it let's change the font. Let's use Moonlight. Don't worry, by the time you are practicing, all of these font will make sense to you. And the fact that I use Moonlight, you can also use better font. If you come across a better font, why not? So Moonlight, let me click the arrow and I'll use bold. Or let's say regular. No, bold will be better. All right. Okay, so then I can give it a size. Look for font size. I want the discount to be big. Don't forget the principle of graphic design that I showed to you the other time. Okay. No, let me see. No, I think let's change this font. Let's change this font. Mountain. Let's use mountain. Yes, this is mountain. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, good. Okay, so let's look at the font size. We have 46. All right, so we have all of the tests now. So let's Now, in fact, we're supposed to delete this one because we don't even need it to. We're going to put our own stuff there, but let me still leave it, or let me just delete it for good. So now look at this. Let me change this color to white. Let me make it white. I think it was white I used before, if I'm not. Let me use white. Okay. Let me quickly go to the design that I sent to you the other time. Let's go back. I want to check the color I used for this Valentine. Okay, hold on. Trying to find a better way. Okay. Let me go back. Let me go back. All right. I use white, yellow. White, yellow. Okay, good. White, yellow. White, yellow. Sorry about that. White, yellow. All right, white, yellow. So this one, we'll make it yellow. So I'll scroll up and I'll see yellow here. So that's yellow, but you can also have different kinds of yellow. So tap this plus where you have different colors around it. Tap it, and then you can, this small ball, just move it. You'll see different kinds of stuff. All right. So this yellow is not as bright as the one we have before. So let me bring it back. Okay, so I think this is bright. So so let me bring this and this like this. And then bring this. So just place the yellow, the stuff there. So now if you look behind this thing, there's something like Canva below it. Okay, it's like a watermark. So I'm going to arrange this thing in a way that it will cover it. Okay, so that we don't have this Canva thing trying to show up. Just gonna place it. Okay, just gonna try place it so that it doesn't show. That's the way of covering up. And then I'll bring this one here. Good. All right. So let me teach you another thing you need to do. So this Valentine special and discount, they are on their own, but then you can group it together. So in grouping it together, it means that they will move together. They won't just be alone again. So what you would do is tap on one of them. The three dots here beside the basket, just tap it. You'll see select multiple below. Okay, just tap on that select multiple. Now you will see one. Okay, you'll see one written there. So you have three tests here, so it should be three. So you have tapped on Valentine already, so tap on special, then tap on sorry, you have to be very meticulous about it. So Valentine is one, special. Now this one, I mean, what we just did now is actually discount. So let's tap on special 2. Yes. So you tap on the 3, and then you now have 3 down there. All right. That means you have selected all those 3 things you want to group together. So you switch towards the right. You can see group. So you tap on group. All right. That means these 3 things have been grouped together. Now let me show you what I've just done. You'll see the beauty of what I've just done now. So click on this. Can you see that you can move it around? When you move it, You are moving all the three, unlike before, when each one was just on its own. Are you getting me at all?
Yes, sir.
So that's how to group things together. Okay. Now let me even show you one funny stuff. Do you know that this background, this one and this one, they are not together? Okay. Let me show you this. I've tapped on this now. Can you see that I can move it? I tapped on this. Can you see that I can move it? Okay. So you can take it back. You can take it back. Let's drag it. Now, for the sake of now, look at this too. Look at this. Now, even this red background too, you can increase it. So let's increase it a bit. All right, this one, let's bring it back here and then increase it a bit to occupy more of this place. All right. And then this one, let's bring it back. But you have to widen it. So widen it. Oh, no. Widen it. Okay. So but you have to place it properly so that it will still form the shape that it was formed before. Good. All right. So you can form the rectangle or whatever that is forming inside it. So let's take this one back. Let's take this one back. Good. Now, let me show you another thing. When you click on something and you are moving it, you'll see a line. Can you see a line like a pink line or purple or so? If I move it now, you can't see that line. But if I move this line, anytime this thing is at the middle, that line will show. I mean, moving from top to bottom. Okay, so look at this now. That means this is the center of this thing. So you can imagine if your Valentine special discount is towards to the left too much, you understand, it doesn't make sense. So you have to place it in such a way that it's not too much to the left and it's not too much to the right. Okay. All right. So that is that about that. Okay, so another thing we can do. So let's try and all right. Let's try and move this. And let's try and move this. And let's try and move this. Now, I've moved all this. Now, this one is actually what we call shadow. Okay, it's called shadow. All right, so what I want to do now is to make this white and the shadow, I want to group them together so that when I'm moving them, I can move them together. So let me zoom very well so that you can see it. Okay, so let me move it very well. Okay, so let me click this, select. Okay. No, that's not it. Select. Let's zoom it better so that the shadow, we can pick it, we can group it. Aha, we are picked on the shadow now. So two things are being, let's go to group. So I've grouped it now. So if I'm going to be picking this, you can see even the shadow has moved. Okay, good. All right, so let's zoom in again. What next can we do? So let's have a text box. where I will write all those love things that I mentioned the other time. So text box, text box. Okay, let me go back. I'll go back so that I'll go and copy that love thing that I wrote. So here is it. I'll copy it. I'll copy. Okay. The font I used. I used Noto Serif, and I use size. I use size 19. Okay. So let me go back to my design. Okay, so our text box, I'll just paste. I'll paste in the content not available to paste. Love is sweet. It's even sweeter when you present a gift to that person you cherish. We have great discounts for you. Let's add flavor to your Valentine's Day. Okay, so you can drag this box. Look at the right-hand side. You drag it. Drag it more. Then you bring it to the middle. Okay, so but you can reduce it more. You drag it. Reduce it more. Okay, so let's look at the font. Noto Serif. Let's use Noto Serif. Noto Serif. Noto Serif. Noto Serif. Yeah. Noto Serif. Okay, so then the size. Let's use size 19. Size 19. All right. I think what I wrote there was more than this. So let me check. Let me check. Okay. Okay, good. Bring it up. All right, so let's go with this. Love is sweet. It's even sweeter when you present a gift to that person you cherish. We have great discounts for you. Let's add flavor to your Valentine's Day. All right, so this order now, we also need to group it. Okay, so there are about 4 things here. So let me show you. So we have order now. Okay, we have order now. We have this circle. Let me show you how they did this shape. The circle. Can you see now? It's 2 circles. It's actually 2 circles. Okay, let me move this. It's actually 2 circles and it's actually circle and yeah, can you see now? 2 circles and 1 rectangle made that shape that we saw the other time. Okay, so let's undo it. Let's undo it. Can you see how they placed it now to form that shape? So we need to group it. So let me click on this. Let's group it. Select multiple. So the sorry. So if you don't get the first time, of course, you keep trying, because now sometimes you zoom it in so that you can get what you need. So let me click this and then select. So click on that circle. That's number 2. That's number 3. Then I have a rectangle, number 4. Beautiful. So let's group. So if you want it to be done easily, just zoom out. Yes. Now look at it now. I can now move everything. Okay. So move it up. I want it to come up. Move it up. Okay. Now change the background to, I think we used yellow. Yes, we used yellow. I used yellow. Change the background to yellow. Good. Change the background to yellow. And then this at real estate, blah, 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 you have to change it to www.loveandgifts.com, like I did in my design. So loveandgift.com. You can bring it down a bit and then make sure it's at the center. Make sure it's at the center. When I move it, you will see that line. That line has shown. So it's at the center now. Okay, good. What next? Let's move this order now a bit to cover the Canva watermark more. Good. Yeah, I can even the size increased. Okay. This size is quite much. Okay, yeah, let's cover it. Fine. So what next? So let's take this one and move it here, somewhere around here. Good. Let's take this one inside it. Let's zoom out so that we can see it properly. Okay. No. Good. So let's take this 50%, bring it here. Then the center. So let's make this 60% off. Good. Are you still following me?
Yes, sir.
That's what graphic designers do.